now what we'll do is we'll bring it in. We'll bring it in closer. So we have. Hold on a second. So we have 10 meters, which is the this. She says that this is 10 meters. This first one. So let's get a guy right there at the sandbag, and then let's get a guy right there. And this is going to be approximately 30 feet. Okay, we have Cajun and we have Tainted are going to be our crash test dummies. So somebody put a grenade, boom, right there, where I just shot right between them.
Nice grenade.
Okay, so we killed both guys at a 30-foot distance or 15, or excuse me, 10 meters. 10 meters. Okay, now, so the question is, do we have to be farther away?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you might say yes, we have to run around, we have to be farther away from each other, okay? But in practice, what hopefully will happen is that you will be, one of the other individuals is going to be able to see that grenade, and you will be able to say grenade. So when you see the grenade about to hit the ground, I want Cajun to run and I want Tainted to run. But this is like just right before it hits the ground, yell grenade and run. And let's see if they can survive without getting one scratch on them. Okay, go ahead.
Grenade.
Were either of you hurt?
Yeah.
Negative.
Okay. So long as the person yells grenade and you actually take some type of action to move your ass, then you can survive. So let's get Tainted back up there on the sandbags. And somebody's going to put the grenade. Parrot, you want to put a grenade between those two guys?
All right.
Pretty good, pretty good. Were either of you hurt?
I was hurt.
Okay, how do we have a medic? Can the medic tell us how bad this man is hurt?
Tainted is medic.
About 75% down.
So we can see that we want to be spread out just a little bit more, okay, if we wanted to be absolutely safe. I just want you guys to keep this stuff in mind. It is the critical, you know, it is a critical fucking failure mistake to be really close together. Okay, you're easier to kill that way because you know some guy puts his shit on fully automatic. And you can just sit there and just kill several guys because they're too close. So it isn't just grenade, but it's also mortars, and obviously mortars have a bigger radius than than this shit, right? So in any case, maintain your distance. Okay. All right, so the next thing we're going to learn about is we're going to learn some stuff about formations, but when it comes to formations, it isn't that we're going to be like calling out a bunch of formations when we're playing this game. We teach you formations so you can understand where you should be in relation to the soldiers around you, and in accordance with the situation, okay? Formations are used in the military primarily to move a squad or platoon from one part of the environment to the next part of wherever they're going. So when people say like let's get into a single file line right along that right along there, okay, and so this is called, what is it called? It's called single file line, right? And we don't think about this, but this was the first one of the first formations of the military. This goes back to like the ancient days of fighting. And what you would have is you would have a bunch of files and ranks, right? So if we had another single file line and another single file line and another single file line, we would have the rank and file, okay? Now, what happened is around the Revolutionary War took place between the British and the American colonists, okay? And eventually, these guys called Rangers, these Army Rangers, they said, well, hold on, why don't we kind of change this up a bit, okay? And they started to spread out the file. So right now you guys are extremely close. So I want you guys to spread it out. You're going to stay on the sandbag line, but spread it out so there's distance between you, okay? This is called Ranger file. Now, what Solo is going to do is he's going to be off center of the line. He gets off center to the line, will go to your left. Solo, just a few feet to the left. Okay, well that would be the right of the line, like if he was facing that direction. Okay, so if he goes to the left, a few feet off the center of the line, he stays there. Now the next person, Nordic, you go off center of the line to the right, about 5 feet. Get over the sandbags. The next person, and what do we just do? We just created a zigzag. This zigzag is called a tactical column. Okay, it's very simple. This is the way that you need to be moving. Okay, when you are moving from point A to point B, the default way that you move is off center of an imaginary line. This is what you need to be doing, and the reason is why. If you are actually moving in a pure straight line, okay, I'm the bad guy, and Solo starts to shoot me. Who else can open fire on me? No one, because if you open fire, you're going to shoot the guy in front of you in the back. Okay, this is why. Okay, now go off center of the line. Now who can shoot me?
Everyone.
Fucking everyone. Okay, let's back up a little bit, and the squad leader says, bring up the line, contact, bring up the line. So you bring it up. Now, the sound of that versus, okay, so, you know, contact, and then Nordic shoots, and fucking Durkee shoots. Okay, so notice that when, you know, if I say bring up the line, or, you know, contact, or fucking kill them, you know, the command doesn't have to be specifically bring up the line, okay? The command could be fucking kill these guys, you know, or whatever. You know, when it's urgent, when it's time to fucking kill, you bring everything you possibly can up against the enemy, okay? And by putting it on a line, by coming forward and just, you know, throwing everything you have at that enemy, you're going to fucking annihilate them. You see too often where it's, you know, contact, and it's like one or two guys are shooting in the direction of the enemy. No, fuck that. You know, and typically, dude, if you see one fucking guy or two guys, motherfucker, there's probably 3 or 4 of them. So start throwing grenades. Start fucking opening up in that direction, okay? So, now, right now, this is just a full frontal contact with the enemy. Now, if we're moving, okay, across, you know, if the squad leader says, listen, let's spread this thing out a bit, we're going to go over to this building up ahead. So this is fine, guys. So we're going to start marching. We start marching forward. Let's start moving forward, okay? But then the squad leader says, all right, I've just got word that the enemy is over to our west there. Okay, we think that there's an enemy over to the west. Well, if the threat is coming from the west, and possibly to the front, what would be an appropriate way that we should have our men? Okay.
Echelon.
Echelon. Okay, so the enemy, we think, is possibly up in those hills over there to my right, or the enemy is forward at that building straight ahead. So we have 2 possible points of contact. Okay, if there's 2 possible points of contact like that, well, what are we going to do? We're going to do echelon right. We will do echelon right. So once again, make a diagonal. We make a diagonal and we start moving forward. Okay, and again, this isn't something that your squad leader needs to call out. He doesn't need to tell you echelon right, echelon left, or whatever, but if he does, you should know what it means. Okay, what you should understand is that you are moving towards the objective, and it is most likely that the enemy is to your right or to your left. Okay, very simple stuff. Here's a mistake that noobs make as well, is that when the squad leader says we're going to go to a particular place, some people they think that the squad leader is the point man. A squad leader is not the point man. Okay, now sometimes you have squad leaders that will lead from the front. So now when I say, like, listen guys, we're going to go and take this building over to the west or whatever, the guys that are the riflemen, somebody that is a rifleman is the default going to be your point man. Now guys, your mission is to get to that building and move your squad as safely as possible. Your threat is obviously at that building, and we think that there's a threat in the hills to the left. So you will be making an echelon left. The diagonal line will be going to the left. The tip of the spear is to the right. So it is looking like it's a simple diagonal line. Like that. Go. Get into the move, go. Yeah, there you go. So, contact left. Contact to our left. Okay, perfect. Right, there you go. See, when you have it that echelon like that, you can easily hit that possible left contact. You don't know if somebody's over there, but if that motherfucker pops his head up and you start getting shots, boom, you can easily project power against that fool. Okay? Now, so let's go up here and we're going to go over movement and what the difference between cover and concealment is. Because a lot of people confuse these two. They say take cover, and this person is not in cover. Okay, now, despite the fact that okay, I'm just going to crouch. Do I have cover or do I have concealment? Solo?
Cover.
Explain why that's covered.
Because he's not concealed. I can still see him.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Concealment means that you don't see me. Cover means that you cannot shoot through this object.
Solo, switch places with Jack.
If he
Cover, right?
So if it's cover, we cannot shoot through the object. So what we're gonna do now is see if we can shoot through this object. Did he have cover or did he have just concealment?
Concealment.
He only had concealment.
I didn't know the difference at first.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so go ahead and get him up, or you can respawn instantaneously. Okay, now the other thing that's just real easy for us to test is I'm gonna go to this platform. I want someone to get below me. This is a metal fucking platform, dude. Can somebody? Do I have cover or concealment with this type of metal?
Cover.
I have cover, so that means you can't shoot. Concealment.
Concealment.
Okay.
But what about this metal barrel right here?
It depends on if you're crouched and what angle.
Cover.
Yeah, still concealment.
Okay, what about this plastic one over here by red? Let me see about this one. Cover. Okay, now your cover or concealment, of course, is going to change per the type of weapon that is being used. Okay, so, in any case, now let's stretch it out to Ranger file, so let's get some distance. And now, the Solos will stay at his position, and then everybody off center of the line of Solo. So if the first guy goes, if Durkee goes left, next guy's going right. Boom, boom, let's get off center of the line. Okay, so now we have a nice zigzag going. Okay, now, so Solo, as the point man, is going to be watching to his front, and very rarely will he spin around and look back, okay, because it's very important that he watches to his front, okay. Everybody, if you are off center to the right, where are you going to look?
To the right.
To the right. Okay, so you'll be doing right and forward, okay, and then a little bit more periodically, you'll look behind you to make sure everything's good back there. You're off center to the left. Where are you looking?
If I'm up front, yeah, fucking left.
If you're off center to the left, you will be looking left and forward, and periodically you'll look to the back. If you are the rear, Nordic Warden is the rear guard. The rear guard needs to be looking behind him a whole lot, okay? And what happens is the rear guard, people don't understand that they're the rear guard, and they don't trust their buddy's marksmanship, and they don't understand watching your sectors. And so what'll happen is that the rear guard isn't watching, and then next thing you know, he gets shot in the head, and the next guy gets shot in the head, and holy shit, they came behind us and eliminated us. You should not have situations where you're getting eliminated like that, okay? Because everybody should periodically look behind them, and the rear guard should be watching behind him a lot. Capiche?
Yep.
Copy.
Watch your sector. Don't watch Durkee's sector. Watch your sector. Okay? So we're pointing our weapons in different directions. And in this way, it doesn't matter where... How are they going to take us down, dude? How are they going to do it? We're going to see them coming because we've got this... this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 guys. This isn't even 9 guys that are in this field right now. Okay? Just imagine if you have 9 guys that are disciplined enough to watch their sectors. Not your sector, their sector. Okay? Then it's contact front, contact east, contact west, whatever the case is. You're going to be able to call those things out, and you're going to be able to defend that squad, safely move that squad from one place to the next. Because as I said, the safest thing that you could do in warfare, generally speaking, is to do what? To lay down, to not move. If you don't move, okay, then, I mean, fuck, you're hidden, whatever, you're in your foxhole, you're behind some shit, whatever, you're hiding in a fucking closet, that's a safe thing to do. To move is dangerous. So now we're going to talk about movement and how to safely move. So what we'll do is Solo and I will do just a simple cover-to-cover movement. So I'll take my first cover position right here, and then I'll move up to my next. He'll stay there. Solo stays there. I'll take the next cover position, and then he moves to my old cover position. I'll take a new cover position, and all we're doing is just filling. It's just like we're just taking turns filling some spot. Okay, then. So let's just conga line that whole fucking thing. We're just going to fill each other's spots, okay? And we're going to pretend that we're taking cover positions, because obviously these aren't, but we're just going to pretend, okay? And this is how we're going to safely move a 9-man squad through a dangerous environment, okay? Moving cover to cover, okay? The order of the squad does not change. I am always the point man. The rear guard staying the same. Everything is just staying the same. Okay, now what we'll do is we're going to change this up a bit. So guys, get by the sandbags, and we can have Solo and I can demonstrate what's called a bounding overwatch. Okay, so what I'm going to say is I'm moving up, Solo. I'm moving up. Okay, and then I'm set. So then Solo says, moving, and he can move past me. So Solo say, moving, and he moves past me.
Copy, moving.
So he says moving, so I know, look, I need to watch out for him. He's my buddy. I don't want anything to happen to him, right? If you pretend like this is an actual real-world situation, you've been in Solo's platoon for a while. You know this guy. You know his bullshit stories. You've seen the ugly picture of his wife. This is one of your friends, okay? So you're not going to let shit happen to him. So if he says moving, didn't I just tell you that one of the most dangerous things that you can do is fucking move on a battlefield? You're not going to just let him fucking go out there and not pay attention. So you're going to overwatch him. To overwatch means to kind of look over his shoulder, make sure nobody's fuck with him when he's moving, right? Moving.
Copy, covering.
All right, I'm set.
Copy, moving. Set.
Moving.
Copy, covering.
I'm set.
Copy, hold there.
Okay. So,
I said that because there was nothing else for me to run up to. Sorry about that.
No, it's cool. So what happens is this. Now you guys understand bounding overwatch, okay? It's just what also is called leapfrogging, okay? So you're leaping past somebody, and they are going to watch. They're going to be your guardian angel, okay, while you're doing that, okay? The same concept is going to apply with crossing a road. In the civilian world, you're an adult, you can cross a road by yourself, okay? Even a child can look both ways and cross the road. But in the military, the safest way to cross a road is to do it as 2 men, okay, or more, right? So I'll get to the edge of the road, and I'm at my cover position, and I'll be like, go ahead and cross,
Got
do it, go ahead. And I am the one that's looking both ways. He doesn't need to look both ways. He looks, which way direction is he looking? To the front.
Forward.
He's got the front covered. I've got the left and the right covered if anybody's going to fuck with him while he's crossing this road. All right, I'm moving, I'm crossing. And now I can set myself here, and I can be, you know, Solo can keep moving down, you know, going towards the enemy. I'm now set here. Go ahead and you guys can cross. Go ahead and cross. I've got you covered. Okay. The next person crosses. Okay, good, good. All right, Parrot, go ahead and look out for these guys. I'm moving up. All right, Solo, you can move up.
Copy.
Now what happens is that, okay, you understand this movement concept, leapfrogging over people, overwatching people, okay? You need to watch for your buddies. These are your buddies, man. You're not going to let them fucking die. You're not going to let anybody fuck with them, okay? You just need to understand these concepts. You don't... Sometimes you will say moving and set. You will actually, you want to use the words moving more often than you're going to say like set or whatever the case is, okay? You know, this game is constantly, it's a rapid pace kind of thing, okay? Where, you know, it's fucking chaos, right? Okay. Okay, hey, Durkee, I need to set a rally right over here. So what does Durkee say? Moving. Okay. So when he says moving, I know that he heard me. If he doesn't say moving, if he doesn't give me any type of response, okay, then it's like this. Okay, what happens is this. Is I'm over here and I'm like, okay, Durkee, I need to set a rally. And he doesn't say shit, and then I'm like, what the fuck? I need to set a rally, dude, hello? And I'm like fucking looking at the map, and is anybody coming over here? And all this shit, and it's just time wasting, and it's stupid, and I could be getting shot, and I'm gotta look at the map, and what the fuck is going on? You know what? You know what solves that? You know what solves all of that worry and whatever? Just communication. Yeah, I'm moving, man. I got it covered, bro. You know, you need to set a rally? I'm there for you, dude. The next thing, let's see here. Do we need to do anything about any more movement or formation stuff?
What about roles in a formation? Where the roles should be?
Oh,
and
where
then
the
bounding, covering
think
fire,
they-
bounding movement.
okay, so where the roles are okay, so the riflemen are go up front, right? Let's say the grenadier, a great position for him is somewhere around 3rd or 4th position. You know, the squad leader is typically going to be somewhere in the middle or towards the rear, and the reason is it's not because he's a fucking coward, okay, but because he needs to see the movement of his squad and he needs to direct their movement. Okay, you go there, you go left, you know, whatever the case is, he is directing the movement. In any case, so he's treated as a VIP. So the medic, okay, the medic should be way towards the rear. If you have 2 medics, one of them can be the rear guard, but if you have 1 medic, should he be the rear guard?
Oh,
No, why?
because he's the first to get shot if they come up behind us.
Right, exactly. And then you've got this heavy, the rifleman dude, or the you know, the LMG guy. What is he called?
AR.
Automatic rifleman.
Automatic rifleman. Damn it. Okay, where should he be? Right. So the thing that I would say is that, well, I'd put him at like position 3 or 4, somewhere in there. Okay, so that way he can suppress when you make contact very easily. We don't want him way back, but we don't want him all the way at the front either, right? Yeah. Because his weapon is not the ideal weapon for you know, precision. Okay, when you make contact, hopefully you have great precision, and you can just take that fool down. And if you have multiple contacts, you know, boom, you go ahead and suppress that fool, whatever. Okay, so and he acts as he says as a base of fire for other for the squad to move around, you know, his suppression, right? So he's suppressing the shit out of people. He is a base of fire. Okay, guys, you move up. I'll keep suppressing. You know, that's the type of conversation that's going to be taking place, right? He's going to stay put. He's going to fire the shit out of people, and then the squad can start to flank and move around the enemy, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And let's see, the scout's weapon is ideal for close quarters. Okay, which we're going to get into some we're going to get into breaching and clearing and stuff. So what I want to do is I want to put you guys on a file right here, stack up. If the squad leader says stack it up, stack on this wall, he means get into a file. Okay? And the reason why you're getting into a file formation is because of a couple of reasons. Well, in real life, you're able to actually touch people, and you'll touch their shoulder. You know, you're not going to be saying, okay, you're not going to be, you know, go, 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 or anything like that. You just tap their shoulder. Why don't you say go, go, go? Because you don't want a fucking enemy to hear you. Well, the enemy can't hear us. The enemy can't hear us. And, you know, they can't hear us call out shit. And the enemy, you know, and we can't touch each other, whatever. We're just going to use the voice. It's not a big deal. So why would we stack on the wall then? If we don't have to touch each other and we can just say go, 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 clear or breach or whatever command, why would we stack to infiltrate? Can anybody answer this? Anybody?
You have that most immediate
Get organized,
pivot into the
coordinate it.
room.
Who's answering what?
You have the most immediate
Cajun
pivot in the
answering,
room.
get organized and coordinated.
Okay. Anybody else? Next.
I say cover.
Are you good?
We limit casualties.
Okay.
Ease of access.
Okay.
Get in the room as quickly as possible. You have the most immediate pivot into the room, and you're gonna have a better drop on them that way.
Okay. So these
Surprise
are all
in
good.
numbers.
These are all good questions. I mean, answers is what I wanted to say. Okay, so, you know, this file formation is really just a shit formation for movement around in any type of open territory. But if you're going to be clearing a building, something that does happen in this game is, can you see Jacob up there, and can you see that Rugged is up here? Okay, would these fools be up there like that if they're terrorists and shit? Are they just gonna get? I mean, sometimes people do get on the roof and they're trying to shoot down at you.
Say, if it was terrorists,
But look, if you're stuck up against this wall here, can they see us? Can you see them?
Negative.
No. Negative. Okay, now how often would, now somebody could, they could, I mean, sometimes I do this shit. I'll go to the edge and I will look straight down to see if anybody's down below. I'll be on the roof and I'll look straight down at someone. Okay, but generally speaking, it is less likely that the enemy would be crazy enough to step to the edge of the roof and look down. The enemy is also, it is not likely that the enemy is stupid enough to go to a window and try to, like, you know, in real life you could lean out the window. You could lean all the way out and look down, you know, out of the building. If in a SWAT team situation, okay, or some type of anti-terrorist Delta Force motherfucker situation, are you going to have fucking terrorists sticking their head out the window and looking down at you? No. Yeah. So this is why you stack on the wall, because they're not gonna fucking see you. Okay, that's one reason. The other reason is because you're gonna be able to put a shitload of firepower into that room. You're gonna fill that room with firepower very, very quickly. When you breach, you go in and you dig the corners. You're looking at corners, and you're going to be ready to open fire on corners, because it is human nature to want to be in that protective, just like
Cozy corners.
in a cozy corner, man. Just like wrapping yourself with a blanket, even though it's hot as shit out. You know, you're trying to sleep, but you want to put a blanket over yourself because it feels like, you know, the womb, the protective womb of your mother's fucking womb, right? It's just all psychological. You know, typically you're going to take up a fucking corner, right? So we're going to dig these corners. When I breach with a bunch of randoms and a bunch of untrained fucking clowns, is that they will stop on staircases.
Master Sergeant Rugged left.
They stop in doorways. They fucking stop. No. You keep moving, okay?
You move
now,
and shoot.
The next thing is you're going to zigzag. Okay, so if Cajun goes in and he moves to the left, Teddy moves to the right. Solo moves to the left, and vice versa. You're going to dig the corners. You're going to keep moving. You're not going to stop. If you see the man in front of you go left, then you go right. You need to trust his marksmanship. You need to watch your sectors.
Master Sergeant
not
Rugged Joy.
his sectors. Okay?
Stack up.
Yeah, about 4.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
you got 4 enemies? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Are you
all the
the
Russians
medic,
in
Jay
here.
Smith?
So basically,
I'm not right now.
Okay.
We can respawn instantly.
Yeah, just respawn as a medic if you could. Just you.
basically what we're gonna take from that is try and clear a room. 2 motherfuckers. Guy in front of you goes left, you go right. Guy in front of you goes right, you go left.
Okay, well listen, I want to have Jay Smith. You're gonna try a nice hiding position somewhere deep inside this compound. Okay, so you have the enemy is in here, and quote unquote, you don't know how many there are. Your mission is to eliminate the medic. If you get through this compound, and Jay Smith says I'm still alive, you have failed.
Copy.
You didn't clear everything. Capiche?
Copy.
Copy.
stack up. We gotta wait for him to get into position.
Hey, Teddy, you go in front of me.
It might help if we wait for Smith to say when he's in that position, so we're not.
Okay, so I'm following Teddy.
So we're not-
Well, if he goes right and I go left, then yeah, you go fucking right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be every other guy. Remember that.
Alright, so the Russians are going to be inside the compound. We're going to have our pistols. We're only going to shoot you once. We're not going to kill you. But if we tag you, just go prone, say you're dead. Make sure you notify your squad mates.
Copy.
And, here, just give me another minute to get set here. We'll let you know when we're ready.
Yep, copy. That's what I was notifying.
Got it.
I'm good.
Everyone, make sure you're reloaded.
And here's
Make
another
sure
thing,
you're
guys.
full auto.
As you guys are entering this compound, and you know, part of you go right, part of you go left, make sure that you guys are within a general vicinity with each other, because if the left clears the compound before the right can get around, and then left starts coming towards right, what do you have?
Yeah, friendly fire.
All right. So make sure we're clearing at a same pace with each other. So just keep that in mind.
In other words, don't.
Alright,
try to go
Russians
in
are
the opposite
set.
end.
We are good to run the drill.
Copy. Everybody ready?
Copy.
Information. Copy. Move.
Alright. Go. I'm tagged, go. He's down though.
What?
Yeah, make sure you call out those kills.
Come behind you, Crash.
Remember, one left, one right.
This is good.
All right, let's come back downstairs.
Copy.
Now we rotated.
Taking fire.
No,
Taking
they
fire.
went that way.
Check your
Moving to the
corners.
right.
Check your corners.
Clear left.
Down.
One on me. I'll split up, guys. We're on two different sides of the wall now.
Who is down?
I'm
I'm down.
I think I got 2 or 3.
Well, I mean, I think I dropped it. Well, I dropped him before. Well, I shot him
Alright,
once in the
Durkee, we're
chest.
still moving.
Okay, got it.
Top building.
Contact down.
Sorry, his bot flung in front of me there. I thought he was still left.
Dead end.
Already
Back up.
checked top.
You know how many are down?
Reloading.
Copy. Holding.
Okay, I'm good.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Back
Check
down.
the top building.
Yeah, I did too.
Up.
Clear. Clear.
Okay, now we're all back together.
Stack up on this wall. Everybody reloaded.
Yep.
Alright, move. Check top.
Oh, don't shoot at us. We're just observing.
Wrong uniform. Sorry.
Hey, I lost you guys.
Go. We've
Yeah,
cleared
they-
this area.
Oh, you've cleared this
Alright,
area.
sounds
Copy.
good.
I'm with you.
Already backed up into the doorway.
And drill.
Copy.
We're going to finish this up by teaching how to slice the pie versus coming around a corner the wrong way. Now, when you breach, you could slice out the entrance and try to, you know, you could look into the building safely, whatever the case is. But typically when we breach, we're just going to just storm in there, right? Okay, so slicing the pie is for when, you know, you're out there and you're just going around corners, you know, through normal movement. You know, your squad is going from point A to point B. You're on Al Basra. You're on the map Samari, whatever, and you're going to slice the pie on your corners. I'm going to stop 5 to 10 feet before this doorway, and my shoulder is up against the wall. Okay, and then I'm going to come out just a slight curve. The pie is it's a circle, right? So if I have a slice of pie, there's going to be a curve to that slice, right? To the crust. Yeah. So I'm walking the crust of the pie, okay? And I'm going to walk that crust till I see somebody. And then, you know, I'll open fire. And I can also lean, okay? And the idea is that I'm going to get the drop on him, and then the next guy, and if there's anybody, the next guy, okay? So what I want you to do is just do exactly what I did. You're going to come out on the crust of the pie. You're going to, what we call it, slice it out, okay? Slice it out or whatever, cut the pie, slice the pie, whatever the case is. And you are going to shoot at the feet of each target that you see.
Copy.
Okay? So go ahead, Solo, slice it out.
Before you do, you are not to kill the instructors. Do not kill the instructors. But if we see you first, and you don't shoot at it, shoot you, you need to simulate you are dead and move off the side and lay down.
Oh, okay, so I did die after, right, we killed each other then.
So if you got shot, move off the side and lay down.
I'm coming.
Oh.
We want to see how many times you're going to...
You're dead, Dirt. You got
I shot him first.
I'm
it's
doing
okay.
it again because I was shooting your feet.
You're dead. Dead. You died 3 times.
Maybe the problem is we're not doing it fast.
So,
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I was reaching for my...
Well, Parrot's the only one that died.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
My bad.
No, good shot, good shot.
I have a feeling we're not doing it fast. That's why so many of us are dying.
Yeah, see what I do is, and like I said, the way that I my own life, but when I am trying to be like playing a rifleman or something like that, I'll just do this really fast, and I'll come up, and then I'll just slice it out or whatever. You know, sometimes I lean, sometimes I don't, whatever the case is, but if you were just used to slicing out, okay, you're going to be able to get the drop on people a lot more than this stupid shit where people get up here and they start leaning around the fucking, you know, oh, let me stick my fucking head in here. You know, that's just fucking stupidity right there. Okay, just get used to slicing. That's just the takeaway right here. What I'm going to do is I want to take away the letter I from you guys in the team speak. So you guys that have completed this are going to get the deployment readiness ribbon in our clan, and so I'm giving that to you guys here. And stop firing, hold your fire. And so what this is, the key thing about these ribbons, guys, is that it allows us to see who works their ass off, who's good at the game, who contributes to the clan. People need to go through these courses. People need to go and try to test themselves to get their marksmanship. You know, it's a test of what you're capable of. You know, can you really get 20 or 30 kills in this game? You know, how many kills can you get with a pistol?